Okay, can you hear me now, guys? On Instagram, can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me, guys. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let me know if it's better now. Let me know if you can hear me now on Instagram. Let me know what did you get up to today, Olu. Okay, you can hear me now. Good. Um, this Instagram now. Wahala. It's better now. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm happy. Now I just gotta adjust myself so you can actually see me. Now what? Let's see if I do it that way. Let me know what's up. What's up? How we doing on Instagram? Let's change the music. Let's go for something upbeat. Let's go for something upbeat. Let me know what you guys want to hear. Let me know. Right now is Davido's song that is popping everywhere, isn't it? Davido's song with Omale. Right? Let's go. Let's hear it. Hey, welcome, welcome, Konko. I'm feeling the song on the album. Instagram people, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me now. Hey, yeah, yeah. Okay. Thank you for joining in. Whew. So, sorry about all the technical problems that we faced. We're 1 hour and 24 minutes late. My apologies. My apologies. 1 hour, 24 minutes late. No be beans. Thank you for sticking by and thank you for not logging off and going to bed. But like I said, we got it right today, so that should make it easier. We got it right today, so that should make it easier to join next time. We're live right now on TikTok, YouTube, and we're live right now on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So that's what happened. That's what made it take so long before I could come on the live, because streaming to 3 platforms, no be beans. So please, if you're on TikTok, give me a double tap. If you're on Instagram, like the live, just double. I think it's a double tap on Instagram as well. And if you're on YouTube, I beg you, just leave a comment so that YouTube knows that we are live. So that YouTube knows we're live and we're doing the Lord's work. Let's see. There's no comments on. Yep, yep, yep. How are we doing, guys? Lovely. So yeah, we're live on Instagram, YouTube. I love it. I love it. I'm just looking. So that's me showing them on TikTok. Let me show you guys on Instagram. I don't think you can see it, but yeah. Anyways, find it all. How are we doing, guys? Anyways, yeah, yeah. So that's also on YouTube. So whatever platform you prefer, whatever platform you prefer, join us. But yes, we're on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. So like I said, the reason why it took an hour and a half is because of the technical problems, but I'm grateful that we're here now. We're gonna be live for another 30 minutes and then we're going off. So I'm grateful to those who left some comments. Um, some people left me some comments and questions that they needed answered on the live stream. Big shout out to everybody who did. I'm going to be answering your questions on this live, all your questions about Yetti Tabai and my music and anything else you wanted to know that obviously I'm willing to share. So anything I'm willing to share. Okay. But yeah, just checked the live stream and yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Remember to double tap, guys. We are at 1.2k likes on TikTok. TikTok are showing me love. Instagram, what you saying? What you saying? Give me a comment and let me know where you're watching from. Give me a comment to let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. Good stuff. Okay, double tap on the screen, guys, if you're on TikTok. I'm going to be playing some of my music now. I'm going to be... let's see. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Manchester. Yep. Cool. How are you doing, guys? Let me know. I'm on a match right now on TikTok. Go support me on there. Double tap if you come in. Double tap. I'm trying to win this match, guys. 21 likes. I beg up my life. Double tap if you're on TikTok. I'm trying to win this match. 3. Thank you. Conco, thank you. Let's go. Let's try and win this match. Only one person on my live, man. Damn. But it's okay. We grow. Eh. Where's your crew? You rush me. Where's your crew, man? They don't get TikTok. They don't get data for TikTok. Hey, energy. 3 minutes to go. The funny part is, Conco, you can only give me 3 likes regardless of how many times you like. You can only give me 3 likes per account. So if you have multiple accounts, then yes, you can log in through the multiple accounts. Then TikTok will count the other likes from the other account. But regardless of how many times you like it, if it's a match, it only counts 3 likes, Ijari. 3 likes per account. It won't let you like it more than that. So if you like, even click it 1,000 times. Yeah. So I'm following you back now. Let's go. Okay, guys, gonna be playing some of my music. Everybody's favorite right now is Iroku. But I don't know. I think it's a bit of mixed. We released Beautiful Liar a while back. And everybody seems to be liking Beautiful Liar now more than they like Iroku. So this is my song, guys. Let's go. Kilo de, want my body. You get the money. Double tap when you come in, darling. Hey, Joy. Ah, Eruku, Eruku digi, Eruku, 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 Eruku. Ah, Listen, I know say you get the money. Pass my papa. Pass my pastor. Let's go. I literally was in the studio when I recorded that. I was sat here in the studio, this same mic, when I recorded that verse. Actually, it was 4 a.m. in the morning. 4 a.m. in the morning, I was really ill. I had a fever. Yeah, 4 a.m. in the morning, I was really sick. Had a fever. And Dan, thank you for joining. If you don't mind, double tap in. I'm trying to win this match. Got 33 seconds, guys. 33 seconds to go. But yeah, I was literally sat here on the sofa with the same mic in the studio, my home studio. And I know say you get the money past my papa. And I literally just did my thing. And the rest is history, like they say. But yeah, double tap, guys, double tap. Anybody double tapping on TikTok? I guess he's won this match. Let's go. No worries. It's all right. Victory lap. Well done. Well done. Take care. Take care. Bye. Okay, so that was that. Um, but yeah, I was literally sat in my home studio, sat in my home studio, and recorded it right here, Iruku. But yes, I've got a new single coming up on the 23rd of May. You heard it here first. I'm excited about the new single. I can't wait to share it with you. Um, it's gonna be a madness. I can't wait to record a live rendition of it. I can't wait to perform it live. Cause you know me, man. I love live music above recording in the studio. You know, recording in the studio is nothing. Is nothing like recording in person. You know, but yeah, yeah. So the new single coming out on the 23rd of May is called "Take It Easy," and it's produced by NYRP. Sounds like NYPD. Sounds like NYPD. But yeah, 23rd of May. It's gonna be a listening party. Make sure you follow me on socials. Follow me on socials so you can find out the details. There's gonna be a listening party. Of course, there's gonna be food. There's gonna be drinks. There's gonna be good music. It's gonna be a good vibe. You know me. We don't do rubbish parties. We understand the assignment. We're not gonna invite you for a listening party where you have to pay for your food. We're not gonna invite you to a listening party where you have to come and eat fruits and nuts and cheese. Nothing winds me up more. It's gonna be good food, good peoples, good vibes. But yeah, 23rd of May. Just keep your calendar free and just have a tenner. Just have a tenner in your pocket. When I say tenner, I mean £10. Don't come and be thinking it's 10,000 naira. Uh-huh. But yeah, listening party 23rd of May. 23rd of May is also the same day that so 23rd of May is gonna be the listening party as well as the day that the new music is gonna be out. So make sure you mark your calendars. Make sure you make yourself free. Make yourself available. It's gonna be in Manchester, UK. Make your travel arrangements. I believe we've only got 50. I believe we've only got 5 spaces available. Um, so no, I said 550. Beg your pardon. I believe we've only got 50 spaces available. So tickets are going fast. I'm not the only person. Of course, I'm the host. But I'm not going to be the only one performing. I'm going to be performing with other people. There's going to be supporting acts. So as you can imagine, if they come with their people and I come with my people and you come with your people, Those 50 tickets are going to be going soon and very fast. So tickets are going to be via the link in my bio on all social media platforms. Check my link tree, man. My link tree is where everything's happening in terms of details of the new single, details of the tickets to the listening party, details to where you can find the new single, and details of where you can book me. But yeah, 23rd of May, make yourself available. And let's go back to that song. So for now, we're still living and enjoying Iruku. You get the money past my pastor. Yes, so. Yes, so. Let's go. Eh, Diggy. Ah. Ja, 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 ja. Ah. The funny part of the story is that whole call and response of je, 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 never was never in the initial studio recording. I recorded the verse chorus in the UK, and when I went over to Nigeria, I did a new vocal recording at the studio with Kill T. That's a well, you know when you say you have producers that have sense, because I've suffered. I've suffered in the hand of producers. But yeah, QT is level-headed guy. He understands the assignment. He's not trying to rip you off. And if he says he's gonna get back to you in 24 hours, he gets back to you. You know, not those producers that you pay money and for 3 months you're begging them to give you your track. You know. But yeah, yeah. So I recorded with Kill T the vocals, and whilst uh, I'm trying to remember why I said Jeje. I don't know. Oh right, that's why. I remember now. You know how in Yoruba they say Iruku Jeje. Iruku Jeje. It's kind of like the Jeje is meant to be a dread, like you dread the masquerade. Iruku is it Iruku? Yeah, you get me. Masquerades are usually scary, and they normally say Jeje to kind of emphasize the whole idea of they're scary to watch or be around. So I kind of incorporated that into Iruku, meaning that the guy will break your heart. The guy will. So Iruku is about heartbreak, obviously. The song itself, Iruku. Check it out on all social media platforms, on Spotify and everywhere else. But what I'm trying to say is, um, Iruku kind of like, the guy would smoke you so bad, and you're gonna be so heartbroken that you're gonna be scared of him and anything that has to do with the name Femi. Obviously, Femi is just the name that I used in the name in the track Iruku for just anybody that doesn't treat you nice in a relationship. Um, so the whole je 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 was more like when you hear the name Femi, you go through PTSD. Nemo, how you doing? Yes. So let's play the track and you get to see what I mean. Yep. Let's go. Eruku digi eruku. And I find this a lot. A lot of people say Eruku Gidi. Guys, you heard it here first. It's not Eruku Gidi. It's not Eruku Gidi. It is Eruku Digi, meaning smoke and mirrors. In Yoruba, mirrors is Digi, Diigi, right? So when you hear Eruku Digi, that's what I'm trying to say, meaning smoke and mirrors, which is also the name of my album. Smoke and Mirrors by Yetti Tabai. It's available on all social media platforms. We've got 20 more minutes on this live. Um, let me know. Let me know. On TikTok, can we double tap? Can we double tap so that I could get to 2K likes? Uh, Let me know if I can get to 2K likes. On the flip side, on Instagram, guys, you guys are not engaging, you know, your Instagram people. My Instagram people. Yeah, 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 yeah. How we doing? How we doing? Let's follow. Let's follow. Let's follow. Let's double tap. Let's like. Yep. Yup. 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 Okay. So we're gonna be playing some new music. Let's go. 23rd of May. Yes. So if you want to support the listening party or you want to advertise as well, that's something that we're considering. If you want to, if you want to sponsor, be a sponsor. Tell me, say I'll be your one and only. Tell me, say I'll be your one and only. Goshidano, we be your baby. We be your lady. Ah, it is pedophilia. It is pedophilia. Goshidano. Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. And obviously, with me doing that in that track, it was literally just trying to mimic what happens. It's me trying to mimic what happens on the playground. You know, usually as a child in Nigeria, you're playing at the playground and you're like, beep, 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 beep. If you're doing your cultural dance. Those who do cultural dance in Nigeria, you know what I'm on about. You do your cultural dance in Nigeria, you're like, beep, 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 beep. Don't ask me. Don't ask me what that's about. Don't ask me what that stands for. It's just same way you make noises with your mouth and you come up with a beat. Beatboxing is the same way we did as children in Nigeria come up with things that made sense to us whilst we were dancing and playing. So obviously this song is about pedophilia. Um, those men, you know, right now on Twitter and social media, the whole conversation is about as a 40 or 50 year old man, why do you have an interest in anybody who's 18 or 19? Obviously, Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp is the latest. Would I say victim or predator? You people will decide. But yeah, Shannon Sharp is the latest entrant. Oyubo. Shannon Sharp is the latest person that in the news for has been on the news for getting with somebody who's only 19. Apparently, doing some harm to her. I can't say the word because I don't want my life to be flagged. Doing some harm to her, and obviously she's requesting some money in request for the harm. She's asking for 10 million, and he didn't want to pay it, and obviously, yeah. But obviously, the whole conversation is, what is a man that's that old? why is he interested in women that young? It's almost like he's waiting for you to get past the legal age. So if the legal age, thank you, Stella Mazima, thank you for joining. So if the legal age is 13, would Shannon go ahead because the law told him it's okay? You know, are we as humans, are we waiting for the law to permit us to have immoral thoughts? Because, like they say, why don't you pick up somebody your own size? If you're having a fight, you pick up you pick on somebody your own size. It's thought of as unfair for you to pick up a fight with somebody who's smaller than you, especially when the person doesn't have the same strength as you. Um, yeah, yeah. So I think it's kind of like the same vibe. So I had to write that song about Koshidano. Koshidano in Yoruba means get out of here. Kind of like just get out of here. Let's not normalize an old guy, an old uncle calling you his baby. You know, hey, you're my baby. You're my sweetheart. You're my honey bun. From honey bun now, he'll start touching you in inappropriate places. So I had to write a song to address those things. Obviously, I'm not gonna say obviously, but as a child based in Nigeria, I had to deal with those advances from uncles. I had to deal with those advances from uncles, houseboys, and all that stuff. But yeah, I had to deal with those advances from people of different ages. Your uncle will typically say, after school, come and see me. But he'll tell you, make sure you don't tell your parents. He'll tell you, don't tell your parents when you're coming. Um, your uncle will give you some money because he wants you to hang out with him without letting your parents know. So that's exactly why I had to make sure that I wrote a song to address those things, because it's one thing to say you don't know as a man, but sometimes the girls fall prey because they think you're a family member and they think it's a safe space, right? So they hang out with you. So I had to write the song Koshidano. So we're just gonna play it again so you could hear. I think the chorus is quite good, but we'll start it again. We be your baby, Koshidano, 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 Koshidano. Tell me, say I'll be your one and only. Tell me, say I'll be your one and only. We be your baby, nah. We be your lady, no. It is pedophilia. It is pedophilia. Yeah. Beep beep beep. Koshidano, Koshidano. Tell me, say I'll be your one and only. Koshidano. You go say it, we be your baby. It is pedophilia. Eddie Shop. Okay, when you join in, thank you for liking. Thank you for joining in, guys. So that was Koshi Dano. We're gonna play one more song. I will call it a day. Beautiful Liar by me. Obviously by me. Let's go. Beautiful Liar. Which one do I play? Let's play this one. Thank you for joining in, guys, today. It was a pleasure. Ah, I'll call you right back. I got your back. Hey, you are a waste of my time. Yeah, you're a loser. Woo! You're a liar. Yeah, yeah. Ba-da-da-dum, 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 ba-da-da-dum. You're feeling sick, you're feeling broody. It's just your mama. Blow you money. You're just not ready. Baby daddy. Yeah. You're lying or cheat. Huh? You told me lies. Ah. You had my heart. Let the band play. Come on. Double tap when you come in on TikTok, please. Let's go. Woo. Liar. Ah. Father of liars. Tat, tat, oh my tat. That's it. So it's been a pleasure, guys. Thank you for joining me today on this live stream. It's the first of many. Um, it was exciting. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I look forward to the next live stream. The next live stream is going to be on the, let me tell you when. The next live stream is going to be on the 29th of May at 8 p.m. I would be on time because obviously we had some technical glitches today. So I'm hoping to be on time then. And I'm hoping you invite somebody and invite somebody so we can make it a full house. Okay. So, like I said, we're live on Instagram, we're live on TikTok, and we're live on YouTube on all three platforms. But it was a pleasure joining you guys today. Pleasure getting to know you guys. Minister Taff and everybody that dropped a question online. Minister Taff asked a question. He was asking who's my greatest musical influence. I don't know about greatest musical. As a woman, I think I reserve the as a woman, I reserve the right to always change my mind. So every week or every 2 weeks, um, my musical influence changes. Um, yeah, people that definitely tug at my heart musically. Asha, which is ASA. She's a Nigerian singer, but I love what she does with music. I go for artists who do not try and fit into your typical box. Um, but yeah, thanks James. Thank you for following. I go for artists that don't try and fit into your typical bish bash bosh. I'm not after artists that just make noise. I want artists. I listen to artists that make sense. That's the best way I can put it. Artists that make sense. Artists that are very intentional about their lyrics. Hey, Bermuda, you're messaging me from Bermuda. How you doing? But yeah, thank you to Minister Ta for the question. But Asha from Nigeria is one that sings with meaning and isn't just trying to be popular. Okay, welcome from Bermuda. I'm from Manchester, UK. I'm streaming live from Manchester, UK. Um, but yeah, Asha Brahimo. I know everybody. Some people are not a fan of Brahimo because of his temperament, but I believe he, as a musician, it has nothing to do with his temperament. Serotonin. What? Serotonin? Well, I don't know what that is. Um, but yeah. Um, Brimo's one person that's influenced me in terms of the way he writes. He is not trying to be popular. He just writes music because he enjoys what he's writing, and you can tell that in the passion and how he comes across. So apart from Brimo, Cavemen. I remember when Cavemen initially came out, they're not your typical artists. They're not your typical artists in terms of the way they sing. Um, one brother is on the bass guitar, the other brother is on the drums, and they literally have their mic whilst they're playing instruments at the same time. So you think it's a full band, but no, that's just their style. And you can see that they're playing the music they would enjoy listening to. It's not about listening. It's not about creating music that fits popular culture. So Cavemen are definitely top of my list. I wouldn't say it's an influence on my music, but I love what they stand for, right? Omale definitely is another artist that I like as well because of what he does. I can definitely say to myself that if I was the one that came across that track, if I got inspired to write that track, Holy Ghost fire, supernatural, give me confidence. I won't record it because it's not popular. It's not some a song that will become popular. Do you see what I mean? It's kind of song that you would have given your A&R team. It's kind of song you would have given your label to promote, and they'll be like, "Hell no, we're not putting this live." But Omale is that guy that he likes the song, he created it, he would go into studio, record it, put it out there, and guess what? We play that song even at clubs. I don't know if the song is actually about the Holy Spirit, but the fact that I'm sure you agree that the fact that somebody says Holy Spirit on the song don't mean it's a gospel song, right? So what I'm trying to say is, um, yeah, it's the kind of song that I would have been inspired to write, but I would never record it because it's not popular. So you can see how, as an artist, you're constantly in between. Do I record? Do I not record? Would it be accepted by the public? Would it not be accepted by the public? Do you see what I mean? So I'm grateful for people like Omale that go ahead and record, regardless of being scared that, oh, I might fall off if I release a song like this. Do you see what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, Omale is definitely an influence. Liv Warfield, I've always spoken about highly about Liv Warfield because she does jazz, kind of like rock. So if you listen to some of my tracks, you can definitely see an influence of what Liv Warfield does. Whitney Houston, as you can imagine. those high notes, those meaningful notes. Tony Braxton, definitely a major influence because of the way she grunts and who do you think I am? I think I borrow that. I don't think I borrow that. Some of the band members that I've worked with have said that they've noticed I do certain things with my voice. I am not trying to, they don't, it's not about hitting high notes here. It's just musical nuances that they've noticed that I do. And I'll probably put it to me enjoying what Tony Braxton does. And I've kind of copied that style. Um, yes, I would also say this. Minister Taff is also another artist that um, has inspired me and has been an influence, but I have not shown that influence in my music. Let me put it, you heard it here first. Minister Taff, minister as you spell minister regularly, then TAF for Taff. He's definitely an artist, not because he's asked this question. Um, just me saying this and putting this out there. Same way I said that Holy Ghost Fire song by Omale is a song that I would have never recorded because I'd have been too worried about it not being commercially viable. Minister Taff is one of those artists who I respect, that he just puts his song out there based on what God is telling him to do. If it's accepted, fine. If it's not accepted, fine. And his work rate is unbelievable. And his work rate is not, I don't think is reflective of the fans he has. And I think that's also a good thing. So you see what I mean? That he influences me in terms of, if Minister Taff is still going, regardless of 1 million streams, he's just putting music out there and trusting for what God does through the music. Mr. Taff is that kind of person that is happy with 10 people being converted and being touched or blessed by the music. If 10 people are blessed, fine. If 1 million of people are blessed, fine. I could tell that through his music and consistency. And what I'm saying is sometimes I, as an artist, get discouraged, especially when there's no uptake on the music that you put out. But when I look at what Minister Taft does, he is a major influence on how I put out music and my work rate. The minute I'm thinking I want to quit, Minister Taft is talking about releasing new music, and I'm like, hey, if my brother's not quitting, why should I quit? But yeah, so Minister Taft is definitely a musical influence. There's a lot of reggae, funny enough. There's a lot of reggae that I write in my quiet time that would never see the light of day. Um, there's a lot of reggae that I write that will never see the light of day because of this whole conversation about what music would make sense out there and what music would not make sense. And I think as an upcoming artist that I am, until you get to a place where you're working with a label who's sponsoring your your studio sessions, you really don't have the luxury of releasing songs because you feel it's good, because you still need to pay producer, you need to pay people um, for making music. But if you're in a place, right, if you're in a place where, like Johnny Drill, I really admire it because he just sits in the studio, he can produce himself. So by the time he gives to give Don Jazzy a song, the song sounds beautiful already. Are you getting me? Because he knows how to produce himself. Imagine somebody like me. I don't know how to play piano. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. By the time I finish paying all the different people to, because if you go with the raw file in terms of voice, if you go with the raw file in terms of the voice, and you go and present it to somebody like Don Jazzy, he'll tell you the song's not nice. Are you getting me? And that's the end of your aspiration to release a nice song. Imagine that kind of Holy Ghost fire, supernatural, boost my confidence. You can't give a file like that to Don Jazzy without the beats, without the like guy. I would imagine Don Jazzy would tell you, no, that song's trash. But because they don't put beats, they don't put piano, they don't put better fizzy inside, now you're suddenly like, oh, that's a really good song, right? So what I'm saying is, it helps to have a label. It helps to have a label that can give you access to a studio where you can go express yourself truly as an artist. And like I said, you've got somebody who's in the studio that can help you press piano, that drums, everything. And then when you finish doing a draft work, you can now take that draft to your label bosses to say, this is a song I'm thinking of releasing. I think it's the song stands a better chance of being approved because you've cooked the song, versus somebody like me going to make a label boss with just my naked audio recording on my WhatsApp, and I go and meet a label boss and tell him, this song I think it will be viral. They'll look at you and say, no, it's not going to be viral because it hasn't got all the elements that you imagined it should have. So what I'm trying to say is, before you knock somebody for their song being rubbish online, if the person has gone through the effort of, especially upcoming artists, it's okay to knock those ones who have access to all these lovely musicians and everything, and they'd come up with rubbish. It's fine. Knock those ones, because I think it's a waste of effort. Versus somebody like us, that we have to pay for studio time, we have to pay for producer, we have to pay for instrumentalist, we have to pay for marketing, we have to pay for video shoots, we have to pay for photo shoots. There's so much to pay for. We have to pay for clothes to wear, so that you'll not say we are repeating clothes. So there's so much to pay for as an artist. And when we finally put out that piece of work, it would be amazing to get the support from the fans. And even if you're not a fan, just engage and keep encouraging, because before we got the song to you, we went through heaven and earth. Are you getting me? Before we got the song to you, we went through heaven and earth. So just help us with the engagement, so that we can finally get a label that will now pay for us to have more studio sessions, that will now help us create music that would finally resonate with you. But before we get to that point, we would create rubbish music because studio time is expensive. And by the time you say you want to make one changes, you call your producer, please, I want to change this part. The guy go bill you, so you go just say, you know what, that mistake what I make for that recording, leave and like that, may will go live, because you haven't got money to make edits, you know. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, guys. I've got to come off this live. I've been here for an hour and a half now. I love talking to you guys. But yeah, musical influences: Minister Taff, Asha, Brian Moore, Omale. Davido is definitely a musical influence. Um, yeah, Davido is definitely a musical influence. Um, yeah, I'm talking about music only as an influence. Yeah, I'm talking about music only as an influence. Davido is definitely an influence in terms of his work rate, like I said, for Minister Taff as well. And his rollout strategy. I don't know if it's his own rollout strategy or if that's his label's rollout strategy. But point is, whoever is managing his brand is definitely doing a good job of making him a likable personality. Obviously, nobody's perfect, but Davido is that guy that nobody focuses on his imperfections, because his PR team do a great job of making sure that he is likable with the content they put out about him. But yeah, so Liv Warfield definitely inspires me in terms of how she writes her music, how she performs. If you've never seen Liv Warfield perform, guy, just go on YouTube and watch any of the performances. And if she happens to be in your city, definitely make sure you go see her. But as you see, it's a lot of women. It's a lot of women on my list. Toni Braxton. But yeah, these are all major performers in studio and live. And Mariah Carey definitely musically inspires me. I'm talking about people that write with depth. Those are people that inspire me. But it's been a pleasure being on this live today. Welcome to the Asha community, our first live stream. It's been a pleasure hosting this live with you. To get more updates about Yetti Tabai, my music, and everything to do with the musical journey, definitely join us on WhatsApp. It's a WhatsApp channel. So search ASO community on WhatsApp to join our WhatsApp community. You get first-hand information on what's happening with me as a brand, what's happening with us as a community. If you're a musician, upcoming musician, or if you're not a musician, you're just a fan of music, that is definitely the community to join. In the Yoruba adage, we say "eniyan lasho," and what does that mean? It means people are your covering. So that's why I decided to create the Asho community, because I believe that we are stronger together. So join, not because you are a fan of my music, but join because you believe in us being a community. We cannot work in isolation, just generally in life. Working in isolation isn't always the best. So make sure that you join the community, because it's a wholesome community where we get to learn, grow, and build together as musicians, or not as musicians, but just as humans. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining the live today. Do take care. Bye. I'll come back to this.